Day 17, it continues. Unabated. December just will not stop, and it's not going to until the bitter end.
What's also not stopping, but doesn't have a bitter end, is some terrific whiskey.
Hopefully not, hopefully not. Dave's back in the hot hat today, so we're going to get straight into it, we're going to crack on, and we're going to see what Secret Spirits has got for us today. Now getting very, very practiced at the extraction technique. Where are we? Up the top today. So I'll just hook this one out here. Oh, record time. Absolutely record time. Now, let's see what we're dealing with here. Yes, alright. I know I make that noise every time, but this time I mean it. I mean the this time. So, going to pour some out here. And here is yours. Let me just double check the strength here. Okay, alright.
Well, I can smell things already. Do you want to start the
So
clock?
let me just hook that under there. And your time begins now.
Alrighty.
Now moving into our slightly more lenient 3-minute power taste this time.
I'm getting some rich brandy notes, some Christmas pudding.
There is a bit of a like a brandy sauce thing
soaked
going
plum
on.
duff, yeah. Ooh, that's
It's
quite fiery.
This is probably as big a hint as you're going to get. It's not what I expected,
Okay.
which will the relevance of that you'll just have to wait till the reveal. But no, not what I expected at all, and not nearly as easy as I thought it was going to be.
Well, my chronic hay fever has been playing up like heck today, but a sniff of this has cleared my sinuses right out. That is something lively.
Oh no, I think the palate is a little bit clearer.
Ooh.
Boy, she's lively, isn't she?
Yeah, something
That's
is...
that's got a kick.
There is a certain rubberiness to that. Could I have a splash
Yes,
of water?
I'll give you a wee splash.
Yeah, that is...
Just a wee bit there.
That is full of...
There is certainly no allergies could survive this one. It has got a hell of a warming sensation here. I'll be really, really interested to see which way you go here, because you're going to be right or wrong very early. You have got half of your time remaining.
Well, the problem is that, as per usual, my mind is reaching out and clinging to the nearest comparable whiskey I've had in the past, which in this case would be variously Edredor or Ben Nevis.
Ben Nevis, I think I can see the through line for Ben Nevis.
And Edredor because of the sheer rubberiness of that hit. However, you said this is not what would expect.
It's not what I was expecting, no. It's not totally alien to what I was expecting, having read the label, but it wasn't... I thought we'd be getting more of a red flag than we are.
Yeah, there are some curious properties in there. The aroma is quite at odds with that strong vulcanized hit on the tongue. I'm still veering toward, though. Yeah, I'm leaning in the direction of Edredor.
Edredor, right. The final 30 seconds.
Yeah, let's say.
Start from the beginning.
Yeah, region-wise. Oh man, mental blank. Edredor are Highland, aren't they?
Edredor, I think they're right on the Highland Speyside line, but I believe they end up on the Highland end.
Okay, single malt, Highland whiskey, Edredor, and as always, a sherry cask.
Okay, and you had 5 seconds to spare there, very efficient. All right, undon the hat.
Oh, gladly.
And this, very sadly, this is going to be one of our first 0 pointers, because this is in fact it's single grain whiskey from Wemyss.
Goodness.
And I don't think there's any shame in misidentifying that one, because what a weird single grain.
Yes, this is Wemyss. It is called Watermelon Wedge. It is a 10-year-old North British single grain. A barrel matured lowland single grain. Right.
Yeah, it's one of the stealthiest grain whiskies I've ever tasted. It's so
That's what I mean. They just
Malty.
say cast type barrel. There's a reference too, but nothing that says what type of barrel that was originally. I'd be interested to know. At least we may be able to look it up. And bottled at 46%.
Yeah,
whereas
46.
I assumed it was something...
tastes way stronger.
Yeah, this has got
way
a
stronger.
powerful belt to it. So
I
yes,
thought it...
once again, an utter fail on my part when it comes to the guessing, but it is good to be surprised. And
yeah, that's a... I thought the single grains would be a mega easy pick because it's normally so obvious. But thinking back, whenever we end up with single grain, typically it's either... Well, it's usually way old because no one normally bothers bottling young single grain whiskey. It's normally sort of an old curiosity up in the 20s or at least the high teens. And it takes on a hugely heavy butterscotch kind of confectionery note here. And this one, it has it, but it's so proto in how it comes through.
It's a
There's a lot of other stuff going on.
It is really pale as well, so I'd assume a bourbon barrel. However, that sulphurous, rubbery hit on the tongue is reminiscent of like a really thoroughly refired sherry cask.
Yeah, and that's where you're getting your
bamboozled again
as well, because that's probably one of the rubberiest whiskies you can find.
Well, it is good to be once again surprised.
Yeah, this
bamboozled
is
and thrown totally off the scent.
This is the liveliest grain whiskey I think I've ever tried, and the most sort of masquerading as malt.
Yeah, like North British are one of the more known single grain.
Well,
whiskies
they are the big one. Now that we've lost, almost all of the sort of 5 or 6 grain distilleries that we used to have, North British is now, I may be wrong, but I'm sure that's titanically huge compared to any of the other ones still operating, and certainly compared to any of the ones that have closed. But
oddly, though, this is the first time I think I've had a
it doesn't come
British.
around a lot. Doesn't come around a lot because it doesn't have that rarity factor.
Other single grains have usually come from what are otherwise malt
sort of
distillers.
Cameron Bridge and Cambus. Cambus is a fashionable one now, since that one's getting rarer and rarer, and usually much older. This is really interesting. This is by far the youngest single grain we've tried. I think it has probably most in common with the Hedonism from Compass Box, which is a single grain blend. I hope I'm getting that name right. And that one is it's way older than this one, way older than 10 years, but it's the closest thing I think we've tasted. But yeah, this, not the giveaway I thought it was going to be. Yeah. So I hope we haven't burned our only chance to identify single grain. Hopefully they've got another one in there for us, and I hope I get it. Yeah. But we'll see how we go with that one. Anyway, that was, goodness, where were we? 17? 17. Right, so let's go headlong into tomorrow, and we'll catch you back for 18. I will be in the hot hat. Can I continue the streak? Probably not, but boy, it would be a hell of a thing if I could keep it going. So wish me luck, and I will be there, sort of buds lined up, ready to go. Slanjo, we will catch you right then.